10 minutes starts now.
Perfect. Yeah, you're known as the voice, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
What would you say are two differences between job-wise, job description-wise, between the departments, all four departments?
And don't beat around the bush. Get to the point that we want to know, not what you want to go.
Job description, meaning job responsibilities. What are the two differences between all four departments?
Specify the departments.
Okay, between job specialist and employment specialist. Let's start off with that one.
All right, so between job specialists and employment specialists.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like job description goes, they're essentially the same. I mean, it involves taking calls and speaking with applicants for seeking employment, and helping them out with their immediate goals as well as their long-term goals.
So follow-up question with that.
I mean, I guess the duties would also include being at your workstation on time, and it's just doing whatever it is required.
So why the different titles? If they're essentially the same.
They're essentially the same. I mean, job specialist and employment specialist, they both handle about the same calls.
But why
You're
the
not
different,
answering the question.
Yeah, why the different titles?
Not sure why they call them different titles, but
I feel like you do know why. I feel like you're really jerking this around right now.
well, they handle the same calls.
Uh-huh.
So they're speaking to people who are looking for employment. So I guess a job specialist would focus more on the job, and an employment specialist would focus more on the career. Probably a better way to say it.
So would an employment specialist get calls from people who already have a career, would have an educational background?
An employment specialist?
Mm-hmm. Well, do they get more of those already kind of know what they're going to do?
Like as far as education goes?
Mm-hmm.
No. I'd say they both of them get calls from people who aren't really sure about what they want to do yet.
So we have some inside information. So if you don't,
we know you know.
If you don't, tell us.
Well, some of the, like for instance, some of the people that call in, I mean, they may already have an idea of what they want to do, and then it's really the job and employment specialist's job to be able to probe a little bit further, find out what it is that interests them, what they enjoy doing more. As opposed to like, I guess if I don't know, sometimes they make suggestions, so they can suggest different career paths.
So if I were to apply for a job and I'm going for a job specialist, what would be the key difference for me applying to be an employment specialist?
Well, I guess typically employment specialists are moved up from the job specialist role. And then we typically hire in as job specialists.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Sorry, it's interrogation time.
We are the most important person to talk to right now. Nobody else.
Yeah, typically an employment specialist would move up from the job specialist role.
So it's a higher position?
I wouldn't say a higher position, but it is something that I guess it's, how would you say it, lateral movement.
Somebody want to ask the question in a different way?
Is it a bit more specialized?
The employment specialist role or the job specialist role?
Employment specialist.
The employment specialist role, they're both specialized in the sense that they're speaking to people who are looking for employment and may have an idea of what they want to do.
You were horrible, Will. You were definitely going to get the rat. I want you to know this.
You want
From
people
the
to
way
know
that
you're a
you're
rat?
answering.
Isn't the rat's the person that tells the most?
Well, you know, we're going to make people think that you're the rat.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, we are that mean and conniving.
Yeah.
We will do it.
Oh no.
That's why you might as well just tell us, because otherwise you're just going to get the name anyways. But this way, if you give us the information, we don't have to call you
be
the
the good
rat.
fella
You
now.
could be
So
the
what are
hero.
next questions? What are the next questions?
I
No,
mean,
no.
if you could help me with that question, I mean,
We
that
want this
question,
question.
obviously,
What's the
we're
question?
really, it's the difference. The difference between job
What is
specialist and employment specialist.
Main
Job
difference.
specialist and
Main
employment.
important difference.
Well, right now
Says.
they've got, they're both working on the third floor. So when you go in, you got job specialists are all the way to the left. Some of them are on the second floor as well.
Will,
And then the employment
you
specialists
really want to
are
be the
all
rat.
the way to the right.
You really, really want to be the
Looks
rat.
to me like he does.
You do.
Well, right
You
now
know,
you're
I'm
looking
already
like
seeing
you're
like
really
some
No, no.
tears coming out and everything.
looks-
Like it looks like it's probably.
I got some cheese in the kitchen.
No, I don't.
I mean, do you make your home in the little corner? Is that what you do?
No, I'm typically a floater.
Yeah. Well, let's float above vacation and give us the answer that we want.
Okay, so what's the question?
All right.
The
Well,
question is the same that it's been. The difference. What is the difference between the job specialist and job employment?
And none of the obvious ones.
The job specialist, employment specialist. Well, I guess they do have different managers as well.
Well,
You're saying the obvious ones. We already know those.
we
some of
said
their
job
schedules-
description wise.
What would be the best way to explain it? I guess a job specialist would be somebody who deals directly with people who may have already registered on our site.
An employment specialist does not.
Employment specialist deals with people who have just registered on our site as well. They're very, I mean,
That's
Why don't you
what
ask
we're
us something else so we can actually get something?
yeah, let's move on.
All right. What are 3 things that must be done for an admin bonus to be earned in each department?
Besides showing up to work and the obvious things that you need to have to keep
Yeah.
your job.
well, you have to show up on time. You
But
Yeah,
besides that,
that's
she
the
just said
obvious ones.
But
besides
if you
all
don't
that.
show up, you don't have a job.
That's
So
right.
things that you have to get.
Besides
a bonus.
accountability,
So besides
responsibility.
the regular to keep a job, what other things do you
To-
need
yeah.
that must be done, that have to be done to reach that admin bonus?
Basically, it's anything that would be required of an employee, like for instance, not having your phone out while you're on calls, not being on any external websites.
Above and beyond that.
Those are really the main things. I mean,
No, we're asking for above and beyond, not the main ones.
being where you have to be, when you have to be
It's
there.
not above and beyond. Not
That's
above.
it. That's really
But that's
it.
just like, I feel like that's just how you keep your job.
That's pretty much what an admin bonus is.
I feel like you're not telling.
So if you're
That's
just
anything
doing your
right now.
job correctly,
That's right. Do your job correctly.
and
make
you,
sure.
that's how you get an admin bonus.
Mhm.
I feel like that's one way to them.
No, that's.
It
that's
says,
the-
what are 3 things that must be done? So doing your job correctly is
Okay,
one.
so
Give me 2 others.
It would be. Oh, okay. So I guess you could say QA scores.
Okay, thank you. See, now we're getting somewhere.
All
All right.
right.
Thank you, Will. You
Having-
know what? Maybe the rat isn't your, like, look, those whiskers are going away.
Having a good running QA score.
Okay.
The one we've already stated, which was on time, and then no disciplinary issues.
Okay, so no write-ups, nothing like
No
that,
write-ups.
having a good
No
QA,
phones out.
and doing your job correctly.
Correct.
So you don't have to get people to enroll into schools or anything like that to get an admin bonus?
No, that would be numbers. That would be performance.
Okay.
The admin bonus is just an additional bonus.
So your performance isn't reflective on an admin bonus?
Performance could be taken into account, but no, admin bonus is just a bonus
So we
that
got
you
3,
get
correct?
just for
All right.
behaving. for
Yeah,
doing
let's
All
what
move
you
on.
do.
What is the weekly base pay in dollar amount for a, which one are we on? This is
Sailmaker.
Sailmaker specialist.
Weekly base pay? That I'm not 100%
2
sure.
minutes. Can you give us a number? But no, just give us any number. Give us some
The
kind of
most
number to go
educated
to
guess.
go with
Accurate
that.
range.
The most educated guess would either be between 550 to 600.
Okay.
That'd be my educated guess.
And then the hours for a sailmaker per week? How many hours do they work per week?
To make 6 hours a day.
They only work 6 hours a day?
6 to 8 hours talk time per day.
So that's just talk time.
That's just talk time.
That's just talk time.
So the hours of
when am I-
clocking in to clocking
Yeah.
out per week.
42 and a half,
Okay.
I think. Maybe 42.
That's very specific.
It's either 42 or 42 and a half.
All right.
And are 4-day work weeks available for sailmaker specialists?
That I'm not sure of.
Well,
I haven't really.
Don't hold anything
you,
back
you,
from
are,
me.
you are the voice of Sailmaker, so I'm pretty sure you.
I feel like you know some
yeah.
stuff. Like
I don't
just take a
believe so.
minute,
You're not telling us
meditate,
everything that you know.
meditate a little, and
1
just
minute.
think of what you need to answer. 4-day work weeks. Do you know of
So
anybody
we're going.
in the sailmaker
We're going to
position?
arrest you.
I
Don't
don't.
tell us.
So then no.
I don't know.
We will arrest you. We need to.
I don't know of anybody that's.
So that is your most
guys-
educated answer.
you guys-
Yeah, I don't know of anybody on
I don't think he knows.
40. No,
I don't think he
there aren't
knows.
any.
Okay.
All right.
So he does know. All right.
So then, I mean, other than the question that you obviously will not answer. Yeah, that's everything except for
you
the